They said it couldn't happen, that the universe we live in was all there is, infinite, vast, and alone. But space has a way of proving us wrong. And a few weeks ago, something appeared in the James Webb Space Telescope's deep field data. Something that no one can explain. At first, it looked like just another blue planet orbiting a distant star. NASA's data analysts marked it, logged it, and almost moved on. But when they ran the spectroscopic analysis, a breakdown of the planet's light into chemical fingerprints, what they saw froze them in silence. Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, even traces of methane and water vapor, all in identical ratios to the ones found in Earth's atmosphere. Not similar, not close, perfectly identical. The odds of that happening by chance are practically zero. Even two planets forming around the same kind of star never end up with the same chemical mix, the same molecular balance, or the same potential for life. So the team went back to recheck their instruments, assuming it had to be an error. It wasn't. That's when they labeled the object Mirror 2319. And just like that, everything changed. NASA's internal logs show that within hours of the discovery, the data stream from that region of space was locked down. Public access to the files was removed, and scientists working with the Webb telescope were instructed not to discuss it outside internal communication. Officially, there was no Mirror 2319. Unofficially, everyone was talking about it, because of where it was found. The telescope had been staring into one of the deepest, darkest regions of space ever observed. A place near the edge of the observable universe, right where the faint microwave afterglow of the Big Bang still lingers. That faint radiation, the cosmic microwave background, is like a wall. Beyond it, we're not supposed to see anything. But somehow, Webb did. The light wasn't supposed to reach us. Not from that far. Not from that angle. And yet, there it was. A perfect signal of a world almost identical to our own, shining from beyond the limits of what physics says we can observe. So, what exactly are we looking at? Some physicists think it's not a new world at all, but a reflection, an echo from another reality, a universe parallel to ours, separated by just a thin cosmic veil, vibrating at a slightly different frequency of existence. They call it brain theory, the idea that our universe is like a sheet of paper, floating alongside countless others in higher dimensions. And sometimes, when two of those sheets get close enough, light can leak through. If that's true, then Mirror 2319 might not just look like Earth. It might be Earth, but in another version of reality. A copy of our world, existing in a parallel universe where things evolved almost exactly the same way. Same oceans, same continents, maybe even the same civilizations. Sounds impossible, right? But there's more. In the raw data, astronomers noticed that the light from Mirror 2319 doesn't behave like ordinary starlight. It flickers, rhythmically, almost like a pulse. When they measured the timing of those pulses, the result was chilling. Exactly 24 hours apart. Just like the rotation period of Earth. Coincidence? Maybe. But then the signal began to change. Every few days, the wavelength of the light shifted ever so slightly, as if the planet itself was moving in sync with us, matching our orbital speed. That shouldn't be possible, unless whatever we're seeing isn't separated by billions of light years, but by something far stranger. One theoretical physicist from Princeton, who requested anonymity, suggested something extraordinary, that the Webb telescope might have accidentally aligned with a region where two universes intersect. A quantum overlap between dimensions. In that overlap, information could pass through. Light, matter, maybe even entire worlds. And here's the part that nobody wants to talk about. In the latest observations, a repeating mathematical pattern was detected within the light signal. Not random noise, but organized information. It's too early to say it's artificial, but too structured to be natural. Some believe it could be a signal, a transmission, possibly even from ourselves, or from a version of us that evolved elsewhere. NASA hasn't commented publicly. In fact, every mention of Mirror 2319 has been scrubbed from their official reports. But leaks from the European Space Agency suggest that they've been running simulations, trying to see what happens when two near-identical universes drift too close together. And the results are alarming. According to the models, when universes interact, even slightly, energy fluctuations can ripple across both gravitational anomalies, quantum interference, maybe even small, local distortions in space-time itself. If that's what's happening now, it could explain the strange readings from Earth's magnetic field and the sudden bursts of cosmic radiation being detected over the poles. Some scientists think it's nothing. Others believe the mirror is getting closer. What happens if it touches? If two realities, both real, both identical, ever intersect completely? Would one replace the other? Would they merge? Or would everything simply reset? We don't know. But one thing is certain. The James Webb Telescope wasn't designed to find other universes. It was built to look back in time. And maybe that's exactly what it did. Because if this discovery is real, then what Webb saw isn't just another planet. It's a reflection of our own creation. A cosmic photograph of Earth, not in space but across dimensions. Maybe we've just seen the proof that every choice, every action, every timeline truly exists somewhere else. And maybe, out there in that distant reflection, another version of you is looking up at their own night sky, wondering if we are their parallel universe.